a disparity in time. The time difference is incorrect. If you got the email, you probably would see something like 9 p.m. Meanwhile, this meeting is supposed to begin exactly 8 o'clock. Apologies for the mail that you all got. That was an error. So just we can begin. First of all, before we begin, I would like to, um, um, go forward by introducing myself. Then I get to know more about you guys. So, ladies and gentlemen, you're welcome to today's free training on software testing. My name is John Chimize. I'm a seasoned QA engineer with 3 years plus of experience, worked with different institutes, and still growing in my passion as a software tester. My hobbies are very simple. I like to read, I like to play video games, and I like to make friends. So, if you guys don't mind, just to make it more interactive, could you give us a brief introduction about yourself so we can begin the section for today? Hello? I hope everybody can still hear me. Yeah, please go on, guys. Okay, let me just call the names by my screen here. Abiola, yeah, Abiola, you can go next. Kindly give your introduction just for us to, get to know more about ourselves before we begin.
Hello, my name is Abiola Faladi. I work as a customer service representative. I'm with IBDC, that is Ibadan Electricity Distribution Company, and I've been working with them for 5 years now. And I'm looking forward to transiting into tech. I think that's
Okay,
all right for now.
all right, that's great to hear. So the next person, thank you so much, Abiola, for the introduction. The next person on the screen is Miriam. Miriam, you're welcome. Miriam, if you're just joining us, we are currently introducing ourselves. So just in case you didn't hear what I said earlier on, kindly give a brief introduction about yourself so we can continue. I just a brief, your name and a little about yourself, then we move on.
Okay, sorry, I'm just joining. Good evening, everyone. My
Good
name is
evening, Miriam.
Miriam. Yeah, my name is Miriam Manifuroshi. So I'm a student of University of Ibadan. I'm a master's student at the Department of Computer Science. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much, Miriam. That was wonderful and awesome presentation. Okay, so the next on my screen is Elo Ikibe. Elo,
Yeah, hi, good evening.
good evening, Elo.
Yeah, I'm Eloho Chibe, and I'm a photographer based in Lagos.
Good. Thank you so much, Elo. Eugenia, did I get it correctly? Eugenia.
Yeah, you got it correctly.
Okay.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Eugenia Modikai. I'm a student currently doing my master's, a graphic designer, and a product design newbie. That's it.
Thank you so much, Eugenia. The next doesn't have a name. This is I don't know. The name isn't written. So if you haven't spoken, could you just Olamide? Okay, Olamide. Hello, Olamide, are you there?
Oh my God, my place is very, very noisy.
Okay, okay, no problem. You're in a noisy background. That's okay. All right, so I think that's all for now. Thank you all for the brief introduction. Today we'll be looking at software testing. Really, first of all, before we look at software testing, many of us have, an understanding about careers in tech. Trust me, you don't want to be left out when it comes to, courses in tech. Tech is really, really evolving, and we cannot overemphasize the advantage and also the importance of gaining skill in tech. A lot of us used to feel like, when we want to start a journey in tech, is looking like a waste of money because how can we pay to learn? Trust me, that's the useful and the best investment you can ever do to yourself. At one shot, I can tell you, for guys, we can actually go to the bar or go to a club or a party even and spend, as much as we want to spend as guys. But trust me, after you spend such money, you won't have anything to reference on because you spent on drinking. You drank a whole Azu worth of 400k, or you drank a whole bottle of NSC or something worth over 200k. So what's the benefit? It's just fun for that moment, okay? But guys, tech is coming to make you guys exposed and make you guys understand intricacies and also terminologies, with also things you need to know, nitty-gritties about using technology to advance or to make your work very fast and effective. You know, take a look at it. In those days when we normally use telephone, everybody knows a telephone, right? A telephone doesn't have a screen. Some telephones don't even have a button to dial numbers. So it was very, very difficult for anybody to communicate. But guess what? Now we have WhatsApp, we have applications that does video call, we have applications that even have conference call setting operation. You can do so many things. You can even text and communicate with people without even loading credits. I mean, without even using your credit, to use your data instead. So there's a lot of things. And the truth is, these people that come together to think are not better than you. The only advantage they have is they have a skill that they've developed during the course of their learning, and they decide to be productive. The most important thing and the most useful thing anybody can do for themselves is to be what? Relevant. Relevance is a very, very is a key strategy to life, to existence in life. So I was watching a movie some time ago, and it was a podcast, and this man, Dr. Miles Morale, I don't know if anyone knows Miles Morale, he was talking and he made mention about where is the richest place in the world. So many people were mentioning America, so many people were mentioning Singapore, many people were saying it is Dubai, different opinions. Miles Morale smiled and he said, um the most wealthiest place in the world, the most richest place in the world is actually in the graveyard. And everybody kept mute. They were wondering, how can the most richest place be in the graveyard? Because you have people originally who could have been professors, people originally who could have been degree holders, people would have been inventors. But because of the condition of family, because of the condition of environments they grew into, they are not capable to go to their full extent. So I asked a question to some of us that work in the bank, like a customer service, or to some of us that work with what other job can I make mention of? Okay, to some of us that do some jobs we really do not like. Deep down, we know we don't like. Deep down, how do you manage? Like, how do you manage to go to work? Because you definitely know you don't want to go to work for a certain period, and you keep going to work. How do you guys manage this? Guess what? Time doesn't wait for nobody. And that is why we try as much as we can to help as much as possible people to learn a skill in tech. It is one of the best resources, useful thing you could do for yourself. Okay. Sorry, excuse me. I'm just gonna switch off my camera for a moment. I hope everybody can still hear me, guys. I hope everybody can hear me.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yes, we can hear you.
Cool. So that is one of the best and most important thing we can do for ourselves. We have people that are very, very good. People that have brain that can actually do things with their brain, to think critically and how to make a system work. Have you thought of it? How do you make transfers? Or do people just make this app and the best thing you can do is just to use it? Or do people make money and you feel like, oh, they are doing blood money? Or, let's remove our mind from all these, perceptions and all this thinking that anytime you see young people making money, it is either fraudulent. No, these guys are really harnessing the opportunity, the advantage of tech. Tech is really a life changer, and it doesn't mean because people are making it mean it means it doesn't necessarily mean it is a blood money scheme or get rich scheme per se, because that's what everybody says. Techies, blood money, they have money. Guys, please, let's be able to get the proper skill and the proper idea of of tech. We have different courses in tech. Is the UI UX, the graphics designer part. There is the theoretical part, which is the project management. There's a coding part. There's a testing, a QA, assurance part. There's a lot of tech skills out there. But today we'll be looking strictly on software testing, and there is a purpose for us to achieve. We want to achieve something tonight. I've been a QA tester for 3 years plus now. After resigning from everybody, I'm sure everybody started as a banker after resigning from a bank because I wasn't just feeling that I was supposed to be here, and I decided to move on. And then I found software testing as a very good skill. So far, software testing is a very, very wonderful skill, and it has really been paying off for me so far. It has been a wonderful good skill. There is some aspect where people say you don't get to learn code. That's a lie. You get to learn code. It just depends on how fast and how dedicated you are to really, really learn. Learning, like I said, is inevitable. You can't learn. The moment a person stop learning in life, they die. Anything that stop growing dies. And you must keep growing. Grow in knowledge, grow in your mental capacity, grow in so many aspects, guys. So growth is very, very important in human life. Growth is really, really important. So today we'll be looking at some aspects in tech so we can have this knowledge. We can understand when people say software testing. To some of us, this is the first time we are hearing it. Trust me, to some other persons in this group, we have heard about tech before, and we have a knowledge about it. Some of us are even eager to even start learning. Some of us are very eager to even, to join. We want to know what this tech is and how we can navigate, through. So today I'm going to help as much as many of us to understand this road path is a very lucrative road path. When I started, I never liked it, but trust me, it's something that I want to do. First of all, before you become a software tester, you must be able to think deep. Is it something you want to do? So at the end of the day, you find joy in doing it. So I'm going to explain the role of a software tester as well as what they do and how they manage operations like system applications, what they do, the tools they use to get an expected output. Okay, so let's continue. But we wouldn't start that without giving a speech. My name is John Chimeze, and you can look me up as John Knows Tech on LinkedIn and other preferred social handles. So this is software testing training for beginners. We hope, my hope tonight is we would be able to understand a whole lot of things that we already have an idea about, or we have a little idea about, and we should be able to understand tonight after today's course about how we can start a journey. This is not to teach anyone how to get rich so quick. This is how to lead you on a career path. This is a career path. As a techie, especially software tester, you must learn some basic principles, okay, before you start the journey. So if you're the type that like to, that easily captures errors in applications, especially those that you easily find little details very offensive. Maybe you're trying to click on an application is taking time to load, or you're trying to submit a particular file and it's not going through, or there's an issue and you're trying to see how best this application can work. Trust me, you're already a tester. So testing basically is just you trying to check that the application is actually performing based on the expected outcome, or based on what it's supposed to do. It is doing exactly what it's supposed to do. Just to break that down. But before we move on, we have to also understand what Qavdev Limited is. So Qavdev Limited is an independent quality assurance and software testing company in Nigeria here. We aim to render training services to prospects and as such, increase their proficiency in quality testing deliveries. At Qavdev Limited, we provide you with several weeks of industry recognized accredited training, giving you the skill to confidently launch your career as a software tester. You will learn how to execute test cases, user story, bug reporting, and communicate effectively with stakeholders. So all these things will be what you will be able to do after you become a solid software tester. And you mustn't skip a particular level. So you must start from the basic, grow from basic to the intermediate before you become grounded in every other aspect about software testing. Cool. So our mission, I'm just going to take it I'll just be very short so I don't have to waste so much time. Our mission is basically to influence and educate individuals with tech-related skills, okay, guiding them to adopt a growth-oriented mindset. In doing so, we aim to cultivate a pool of proficient professionals, ultimately enhancing the global quality of software. Our mission is to establish ourselves as a premier source for producing top-tier software tech experts worldwide. This is a vision, and this vision cuts across what we do, serves as our guide, preparing principles, shaping our actions and method and purpose. This vision cuts across what we do, how we do them, and how we present them. We only rely on quality output. Quality output is our watchword. But why is this training free? Like we said earlier, or like I said earlier, we have so many people who have wasted their time, which is almost what I could have fallen into if I didn't have, excuse me, the right path or the right guidance. I was a banker. I was just tired of going to work every morning. And at the end of the day, guess what? When you get paid, you don't get paid the way you work. So it is a problem. And for this reason, a lot of us are bound to work like this. This is obviously happening around the world. They pay you and you feel like, if I leave my job now, what am I going to survive with? It is normal for you to think that way. And because of that, you may be bound to work in that same organization and that same opportunity or that same position that you don't find joy in for a very, very long time. But guess what? Time waits for nobody. So in as much as we strive each day and we feel bitter about how we go to work, how we'll be getting to work, or how we will do these things, guess what? The year goes by. This is a very good opportunity for some of us that have made a new year resolution to say that, to tell themselves that they would focus more on themselves and their self-growth. This is a very great opportunity for any of you tonight. It is not compulsory you do software testing. Trust me, I am just so concerned about youth and individuals keeping to a particular job. I know somebody when I came into the bank in 2017, I guess 2017. I know somebody when I was having a conversation with them, they said they've been on that role for 13 years, for God's sake. And guess what? They are even contract staff. So in my mind, I don't, it is like, I cannot believe it because it is not just something I can believe. How can you be in a position for 13 years and you're a contract staff? For God's sake, where is your growth? And trust me, this person would never have a mindset to leave at that age. Come on, what else do you want to do now? The country is getting worse every day. So in my mind, if only people can be productive, just spare a certain cash just to learn. Anything you learn, it is in you. It can never leave. Nobody is trying to steal your money. No, nobody, people just want to teach you what you don't know, meaning you have to pay for the service. It is just as simple as that. So, like I said, it is not by force you do software testing. I am very proficient in excuse me, in software testing, but I have to explain how this course, especially how this course is. So if you like the course, you can move. Then if not, you definitely have to invest in a tech skill that you find you find worthy to learn. It is very, very important at this age. You really do not have so much time to keep learning. I believe everybody here is over 25 years, and at the age of 25 years you have so much responsibility and pressure. Number one, you must be able to round up if you're schooling at this time, and you must also be willing and be able to work at this time. So, two things combining with your families and also your personal need. So, tech is a great way to start. Good. So, why is this training free? This training is free because we have passion about your growth. Your growth is what very, very important to us, as well as the percentage of many Nigerians that have really, really left their career paths, or really left or forgotten their dreams because of the hardship, or because of environmental pressure, or because of influence, peer pressure, or anything, any influences at all. You need to be productive at this stage. This is 2024. January, New Year resolution need to start kicking in at this point. So for anybody in this group that do not have a New Year resolution, I think we should go back to our plan and start drawing out something very, very important. Very, 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 very important. Cool. Now, if we want to be honest with ourselves, checking the life demography. Some of you have probably been in my training before now. Hello, can you guys still hear me? Hello?
Hello, I can hear you.
Yes, I can hear you.
Oh, okay, okay. I just wanted to be sure. Some of you must have probably been in my last section, and you must probably have heard this thing I'm about to say, but you will keep hearing it till you start taking action. Now, this is a normal life demography. Now, at a learning stage, every human being is supposed to learn, or supposed to conduct learning activity in their lifetime within this age. So 18 years to 33, it is okay for you to learn, because you still have the energy to learn. You still have the time to learn. Within this age, you can learn anything you want to learn. I mean, learning shouldn't take you more than a year, and probably you start practicing it. Let's say you learn for 1 year, you start practicing it for the next year, depending on your pace. Some people learn for as short as 3 months, and they start practicing immediately. Before 6 months, they are this good because of what? Energy, because of dedication, commitment. So it depends on you. Learning differs from people. They have a very short pace of learning. Some have very high and fast pace of learning. So at this age, it is normal for everybody to learn. Within the age of 18 to 33, you have that energy. Come on, learn as much as possible, skill as much as possible, trade as much as possible thing you want to learn, but do not be a jack of all trade. Do you know, lately I just got to find out that jack of all trade doesn't mean an insult. Rather, jack of all trade is like a compliment for somebody who does more than one activities, which is even good. Meaning, if they are calling you for this, you have an idea of how that thing runs. If they are calling you for something else, you have an idea of how that thing works. So this brain we have is not made by megabyte, rather is made in gigabyte. This brain is divine. If you can remember an event as far back as when you were born, or as far back as many years ago when you were tender, trust me, your brain can carry any load. Yes, your brain can carry any load. Don't say, you want me to learn this? You kill me now. No, you just have that fear. You can learn as much as possible. Then you have your investment stage. This is where you start investing. Maybe you start having, you start investing in yourself. You want to take yourself out, or you want to probably meet a target. Maybe your target is to get a good job. You have a good job now. Then you start planning on building your house, or you start planning on, traveling out for a tour, or you want to japa. This age is okay. You don't have to rush anything in life. The reason why people fall back in time is because they rush. You want to have everything at once. Like I said, pressure shouldn't make you do anything. I personally do not have pressure. But do I have things that worry me? Yes, everybody has. But I advise you guys, do not be pressured by anything. Within this age, 18 to 33, it is okay to learn. If you haven't gotten anything, trust me, you are on the right track. Provided you have something you are working towards or something you're building. Do not let anybody distract you. Those things are deja vu. You know what a deja vu is? Like it occurs as if you've seen it before. Okay. Funny enough, those struggle we used to do, I won't quickly make a moment. Where has it gotten us to? Nowhere. I mean, where has it gotten some of us to? Nowhere, right? But it has taken some of us to somewhere. So guys, this stage is okay to learn. Don't pressure yourself. This age is okay to invest in yourself. Then you can retire at 46. At this stage, you already have probably your investment has started rolling out. Then you can now retire. You mustn't get to 60 or 50. Your investment should speak for you. And that is why this stage has a very long gap to learn, because you have the time and energy to keep learning. And when you want to invest, you obviously have the right knowledge and the right resources and the right tactics and strategy to invest properly, because you've learned. Okay, now when you check history, this is a diagram illustration showing Nigeria below 50 million. At this rate, you can see when Nigeria was below 50 million, you have, this is in 1801, you have less population. This is a population count, population from 1801 to 2023, just last year. So this is the population count, everybody. The population is very little. We have a minute population then. But when we grew from 1802, population start increasing. As you can see, the slant line, the line from here began to increase here. In 1900, this is 1900, population increased, but below 50 million. In 1999 here, population also increased, but below 50 million. But guess what? When we got to 2000, we have a drastic increase, over 100 million population. 2023, we have the highest. This is over 200 million. What does this tell you? It tells you that no matter the skill or no matter the population, there is always a market for you. Okay, there is always a market for you. That is just normal. Meaning, people will always seek the use of an application. For instance, now let's use a banking application. Okay, let's use GTB. GTB is an application, right? And if GTB has a maximum of 100 users, for instance, a maximum of 100 users, these 100 users obviously make you, let's say, 100,000 naira. As the population increases, right, they have 1 million users, 2 million users, 3 million users, and this is over 200 million users. It means the load for GTB will now increase, meaning they will start employing more people. It is just technical. Strategically, we have to look at the market that is saturating in numbers. And that is why you see most of your celebrities make so much money. How? It is through YouTube and live streaming. They don't need to sell anything. They don't even need to go to the office like you and I, but they just need to create the content and sit at home and their money work for them. Why? They use the statistics of population. They are very smart. They are like, when I make a hit song and 1 million people stream my song, you know how much that is in dollar? So guys, there is always a market for you. When you can understand that technology is growing day by day, and you need to also be featured in it just to prepare yourself. Imagine there is a job and someone is telling you, do you have anybody that can actually do this job? And this person will be paid $3,000, and you'll be like, this job. And this job, I joined the training, they talked about it. I don't know. But you have the opportunity to learn. Even if you don't really want to use it, just learn it and, learn and just be yourself and just wait for a D-Day. But really, you need to learn and put in effort towards be productive in that industry they need you to work in. So guys, do not think this demography and this stuff you're seeing are for jokes. There is always a market for you. I just made an example now, right? The population of the country increases, the users also in the application increases. Guess what? The company itself will start employing more hands, technical hands, to handle, the bandwidth of this application, which is you, and which is you as a user who have learned and groom himself to master that particular skill. Then what is software testing? So everyone has an idea of what software testing is, but we will look at it one after the other. So software testing is simply a process of you authenticating a system program or system to choose whether it meets the specific need and produces the anticipated result. As an outcome, you detect bug or defects in software, product, or project. Software testing is essential to provide an excellent product deprived of any issues or bug. Now I'm going to explain very, very basic. Software testing is just you checking that applications or development are built in a way that there wouldn't be an issue in it afterwards. If you have your phone with you, I just want you to Google past histories, like companies who have gone bankruptcy due to poor testing. You will see so many testimonies. Even recently, Nine Mobile declared some losses of over 140 million, okay, due to an application defect. What is the defect? They didn't check that when users purchase 15 naira recharge card, they get credited of over maybe 30 gig or so. So this is like a programming thing, a programming error. When you buy 15 naira from your bank application, 15 naira will be credited into your account. Then you will now be credited in an additional 40 gig. So people saw this and started buying 50 naira to get more gigs. So they did not detect this on time. And why didn't they detect this on time? Because of poor testing. Your testing team is the backbone of your application, whether you like it or not. You don't just deploy an application recklessly. Look at the story that happened with OP. There was a customer I checked online that said she had somebody that opened an account on her name, the same name. That is a poor application programming. The same name should have been kicked out. It should have been name sensitive. When there's some certain guidelines to developing an application, also to testing. Okay, so testing is synonymous to interview. When you want to start working, or you want to start when you want to get hired for a job, testing in that form is a way of hiring and interviewing an application, or the employee, trying to see whether it meets this specific, whether it meets the requirement. So testing is essential. Testing is nothing. It is not the kind of job that AI will take over. Never. Now, let me tell you why AI can never take over testing. Because you cannot use a machine to test a machine. Because the machine only tests what it is being programmed to do. For instance, an ATM card is programmed for you to gain access to your bank account through the smart card you have, right? Through the card you have, you could gain access to your bank account using your ATM card. So the card is to help you gain access. The card cannot make call, it cannot do any other service than to helping you gain access to your own bank account. So an AI can obviously not be a tester, because you need something that is more intelligent to be able to test outside the box. So what this definition is basically talking about is testing is a process, or mark this, it is a process. You must meet a process. They have different stages in testing. You must be able to categorically mark all the processes before you arrive at the expected outcome, okay, and get the anticipated result. So testing is a process of authenticating a system or computer, right? It means software testing is the act of you checking thoroughly that an application or a program made by somebody or a developer has gone through thorough, you have checked that, oh, there is nothing that will make this application not serve users very well, or that there is something that will not make this application not work as it is expected to work. That is what the software testing is coming and is acting as. Imagine you buy a car. You cannot just fly the car, put those cars, distribute 1 million without testing it. No, you have to test that this application can move faster, or this car you're buying, or you develop, can drive in fast in a high speed, or it can drive for a long length. You know, you have to check that every part of this car is okay before you start releasing it to the market. That is why we have different agency for um for verifying due diligence. We have NAFDAC, for example. When you want to make products or cream, anything that involves the body, you must be able to register your product with NAFDAC, where they will scrutinize it to confirm that this product, okay, does not, cause harm to people. So there is nothing that is not testing, that can never go through testing. Application can never be deployed without testing. If an application is deployed without testing, I think everybody should be scared, or should be be afraid to use such application, because the end thereof is story. It could even cause money loss as well as debt. Imagine you have all your life savings there, and you just made one transaction. Then the next alert you start getting is debit. Somebody is trying, has gained access to your account. So testing is very, very essential. AI can never replace testing, because AI is programmed by a human being to just detect what human being has programmed it to detect. However, human being can outsmart AI by testing in a very intelligent way to see that this application, how can it benefit customers? How can this, you're very intelligent. You're looking at this application and you're taking off the things that are not required. Testing is wonderful. So these are the very, very important skills you must have before you become a software tester. You must be a very good communicator. Communication is very, very key. Imagine you find a bug in an application. What is bug? A bug is simply anything that will make an application not perform or function as intended. You found a bug on an application and you want to relate this bug to your development team. How do you relate this bug to your development team? How do you construct your letter? Your letter, or such your email. How do you make them see the criticality, or make them understand why this thing needs to be done? Why it needs to be done urgently, and if it is not done, this is the possible threat or possible occurrence. It would or harm it would happen. It would have, or the effect it will have on future. A software tester has to be a good communicator. You have to possess what we call exceptional attitude. You have to be exceptional. You have to be outstanding. Sometimes you may be working as a young person that you are. You may be working with different stakeholders. These stakeholders, these people are older than you. But do you have this attitude to stand your ground? Imagine you're working and somebody shouting at you on the mail, "My friend, please allow this our application go. Why are we wasting time?" Do you really have confidence? You have this attitude to stand your ground and tell them, "No, sir, this application has some possible threats. And if these threats are not, if these threats are not looked into, these are the possible things we may run into." How can you stand your ground? How can you communicate? You must also be a very productive person. You must also be able to produce results. You must also be able to, do things that can actually make the business grow. You must be able to think outside the box. Passion is also a very good skill. You must be able to love your job. Many of us do not love the job we have right now, and that is why we keep staying there and keep staying there till we are tired and we cannot do anything. And we now open businesses. We start doing maybe businesses that doesn't even suit our standard. It has happened before. It happens even now. So passion is very, very important. When you're doing software testing, it means you have the whole right, you have the liberty to, scrutinize this application and deliver it when you are satisfied that, yes, this application can now go live because you've done a thorough job on it. And you get paid really well for doing that good job. Time management, you must be able to manage your time. Imagine you're working on an application, your manager is coming to tell you, Ife, please, you leave that work. This one is urgent. Meet this one. Somebody else came to, Ife, no, leave that one. Please help me work on this one. Ife, what about that one I gave you yesterday? You must be able to manage your job, because trust me, in the technical field, you don't have time. You don't have time to relax because you are being productive. All these applications you see are built out of creativity. So when you are being creative like that, sometimes they want you all to work in the same speed. Tech is a wonderful thing that's happened. And I know you guys after today will probably decide on what course or which path to, grow or delve into or transition into. Logical skills also, you must be logical in your judgment. How do you relate with things? When you have something, when you want to relate, how do you relate with it? How best do you relate? How best do you, do you interpret the situation at hand? Things like that. What if you have a very toxic partner as a developer working close? How do you manage such persons? So you must have these skills. You must possess these skills. Like I said, tech is a different world on its own. When you come into it, you just see yourself doing things in line with due diligence, because you cannot afford to be the person that would make an application faulty or make an application not attain integrity or credibility. When you go to your Play Store and you want to download an application, you see people give reviews that, oh, this application is nonsense. The ads keep coming up, different things and all those stuff. Okay. And some people even complain that they've lost money, like some applications that we know of that people, steal from. So you must be the person that fights, that makes sure what you are delivering is excellent. People should be able to look at you and say, no, no, no. When it comes to delivering quality, leave it to Abiola. Once Abiola is on this project, forget it. Or leave it to Eugenia. Once Eugenia jump on these stacks, forget it. No, nothing, no defect. So you must be able to possess all these qualities. They are called the non-technical skills. It doesn't require coding. It's something you build. It's something you learn. Okay, so the histories of companies. Okay, so this is the history of companies facing financial setback due to lack of thorough software testing. Yeah, the few names here. So we are going to go to this one happened in 2012. As you can see, it's called Knight Capital Group. So issues is Knight Capital Group, a financial service firm, suffering a catastrophic loss of $44 million in 2012. Now, what happened? Due to a software glitch. Now, guys, do you know that a single full stop in a code can change the code structure entirely? Who has an idea? Anybody? Anybody, please? Do you know that a single full stop in a code can actually change the code structure? Anyone?
No
No one
idea,
has
sir.
no idea. Wow. When you're coding, you're supposed to code with a program, with a language. The different program have different language. They have different JavaScript, you have Python, different languages. Each languages have the format of code. They call it syntax of command. Each language has a syntax of command. In a code, where you can put full stop, it will pass it. Full stop may mean something else in another language. So you have to be very, very careful. Now, this is exactly what happened. This software glitch in their code. The newly deployed trading software caused the company automated trading system to malfunction. It's just like Bitcoin. Maybe you put in funds and you're supposed to use your funds to generate, or that application is supposed to help you trade. But because of the glitch in software, the trading application malfunctioned. Now, look at what he did, executing millions of unintended traders over a short period of time. It was crediting people. Now, this happened here. It is synonymous to this fact. Imagine you try to send somebody money. You send somebody 2,000 naira, but at the end, the person got 2 million naira. Do you know this transaction is just a development of coding in numbers? We call it cash, we call it money. Oh, transfer 2,000 naira to me, but it is just numbers to them. You execute 2,000 in figure, you're supposed to get 2,000 in return. The person you're sending to, right? The person you're sending to is supposed to get 2,000 in return. However, when you execute 2,000, the person is now getting 2 million. It is a code error, a coding error. But this is the same scenario that happened here. Now, lesson. The incident highlighted the critical importance of testing financial software thoroughly before deployment. You can Google this King's Night. This is the history. And guess how much they lost? $440 million. Not even in Naira. If you convert this amount in Naira, it's almost trillions of dollars, trillions of Naira, or billions of Naira rather. In Naira, billions of Naira. So testing is very, very important. AI does not have any effect in testing. Yes, AI can build applications. AI can do something. AI can do that. But AI can never be a tester. Because you don't need another robot to validate another robot. You need human being to validate robots. Human being build these AIs to make work easy. So you cannot have robots test for robots. It is human being that will test because it's human being that is building this application. Do we understand? I don't know if it makes sense, guys. Hello?
Yes, it does.
Cool. The class is just very quiet. I hope it is you guys can hear me loud and clear.
Yes, we can hear you loud and clear.
Cool. Now, this is also another company called Theta. This happened in 2017. All these are never made up. You can Google them even as we speak. Theta, the issue in Theta is a cryptocurrency company faced a security breach in 2017, resulting to the loss of 31 million worth of dollars of token. The breach occurs due to vulnerabilities in the company's multi-signature. You get this thing happened, and what they did was they lost $31 million. The lesson, therefore, is this incident highlighted the necessity of conducting thorough security testing. Now, testing can be of different form. You could have web testing, mobile testing, automobile testing, crypto testing, every financial institution, every institute that uses technology must undergo testing. So testing is not just in one specific sector, it cuts across every sector. So far you use technology. Even all the sectors right now is going technology. Agricultural sectors is going technology. Business sector is going technology. Now banks now mostly have customer care that are robotic. I don't know if any of you have seen it before. You have customer cares now that are robots that you can just ask, make inquiries, and they answer you in one time. Gone are those days when you go to a company's Instagram account, you send a message, you wait until they message you. Now you can go there, you have auto response. When you click on one button, 5 options come. And when you even go further to even chat to somebody, you get to a point somebody will come in. You see, that has saved so many people. I mean, that have saved people a lot of stress, time, and now you can have communications in real time. So technology is going far. Okay, we also have the key software statistics now. Now, this is in 2015. Sorry if you can't see it clearly. The technology, right? The level of exposure wasn't really, really great. As you can see on the screen, we have less people that have knowledge about this in 2015. But guess what? As time evolves, we have more people with great knowledge and interest. Now people are investing so much, people are investing so much in technology. Guess what? In 2023, you have $208 billion. $208 billion. For what? For software as a service. That's what this SAS means. Software as a service. Services now has increased. Now people are using, there is larger market for people now. People are needing techies. Why? Because they've understood that even the richest man in the world gained his money from where? Software application. Most celebrities or comedians that are even not yet their degrees, they are gaining money from software, because the more you stream, the more they make money. The more you patronize my website, the more I make money. This is software for you. And you have to also build yourself to be able to function in this space. Look at SAS market, software as a service. This SAS market in 2023, it has increased. $208 billion. Look at the margin from 2015. You have lesser people. The growth keep increasing each year. Guess what? In 2014, you have massive crowd, even greater than last year, 2023. Then what are you waiting for? Okay. Now, this is what we call STLC, Software Development Life Cycle. Now, in this circle, you have a process of what and what is required. You know, when you want to start a journey in tech, what I want is required, what field can I join? You know, you have this kind of questions. Now, let's delve really quickly into this. Number one, for an ID application that a company is about to launch, for instance, let's say you want to launch Uber application, right? This Uber application have this level, okay, of structure before it's developed the application. Now, what does this levels? What do they do? Now we have the business owner. This is the business owner or product owner. This is the person that has the idea, right? This is the person that have the vision. He wants to create an Uber app. For instance, there was nothing like Uber, or he creates something imaginary. Let's think of something that nobody has thought of before. Let's say we want to develop an application that will be helping people go to the market, or that will be helping people sort for makeup artists, and it will just drive the makeup artist down to your house. Yeah, you pay for the service, that's all. So we want to build that kind of application. First of all, you must have somebody that has the idea. This is the product owner. A product owner is somebody who has or developed the idea. Then this idea, because he or she does not know how to bring this idea to life, it involves a product manager or a scrum master. This person comes in and help this product owner understand this idea very well, do what we call analysis, document reviews, and prepare different documents just to gather all this mass idea and understand it in one sheet. After understanding this thing, this product manager contacts this person, the architect, contact the designer, contact the developer, contact the QA, and I'm going to show you what all these people do. This is also the business analyst. Contact all these levels of people. First of all, the first level of people that work is the UI UX. A UI UX is somebody that builds designs of how the application will look like in future. This UI UX is somebody that constructs the UI, the visual form of how the application should be. I hope we are communicating, guys. Hello?
Yes, you are.
Okay,
Yes,
thank you.
yeah.
All right, I just wanted to be sure. The UI UX is somebody that constructs the application. Now, for this benefit, I'm going to show us how what a UI UX designer does. Okay, so let me share my screen so you guys can see my entire screen. Please, can you all see my screen? Hello?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Now, this is a Figma design by Qavdev Limited. Now, like I said, I made mention of the first level of people to work, and they are called the UI UX. These people are going to design the graphical representation of what or how the website should look like. So this website will be built exactly with the knowledge of what the designer have or what the business owner have in mind. Remember, this is the business owner, this is the project manager who has gotten idea from this man. He has documented all his idea. The man will say, what color do you want on your website? Blue and white. Okay, just blue and white. Okay, okay. How many designers you want to build? How many testers? How many programmers? He will get the knowledge of all these things. What do you want the application to do? Do you want the application should be able to have order page? You know, all those buttons, all those necessary and functional things. You would make inquiry. And after which the designer will get into work. Hold on, let me refresh the system. Okay, so why this loads? Okay, yeah, I think it's loading right now. All right, I think it's loading. So this person designed this thing so that this man can now validate if this is what he's talking about or if this is what he wants. Of this, if this application or this design is exactly what he's expecting to see when the developer start to build the application. So this is one of Qavdev's Figma. Now you can see the home button. Now these are not clickable because they are mere pictures, as you can see. Now can you see? This is how the home page should look like if application is being built. Now if I scroll down, this is how the page should be. Now all this is designed by Figma. All this is designed on Figma by UI UX. Who would get the idea of what this man wants to do and start building the application? Now, all the necessary buttons that will be on the application, like the student portal, the dashboard, the instructor's information, depending on what the website is capable of doing, the center where you input your value, your details, how you make payments, your payment button, your payment page, all these things, all these useful information, like you can see here, would be on in the application. So this person would have the knowledge to design exactly what this person is expecting. After which he passes the Figma on to this man. This man goes in there, the product owner looks at it, okay, yes, this is okay, this is fine, exactly. This is what we want, or this is not what we want. They make some few adjustments. And when they finally settle, they move it to the developer. Okay. Now they move this Figma to developer. Developer will now build exactly what they've seen, exactly how this page looks like now, how this page is. Developer will start to build it. Okay. And when developers start building, now testers will move in here and start testing the application. And to check that this application, okay, people can use it. When I put my card details, I should not be defrauded. Nothing should happen to my account. My account should be secure the same way I have came into the application. I should be able to perform transaction easily and faster even. Okay, I should be able to navigate without wasting so much time. I should be able to do this. I should be able to do that. A whole lot of things should be carried out after testers finally come and test this development that these people have done. Business analysts in the other hand are to check how this application or this project that they are building can make more money, more profit for them, and if people will buy the idea. Then security testers, this is security, should come and put some security features, some security features in the application. And you have other units like DevOps, customer experience, and too many more. So you see that it is a whole level and a branch of productivity. And you see the importance of these people can never be overemphasized. Testers always coming to check that these applications is okay, can never be emphasized. However, testers also test in this environment. What do? They confirm the color, they confirm the lettering, that signing is spelled correctly. They confirm where they should be spaced and where they should not be spaced. They confirm if texts are overlapping each other. They confirm if colors are mismatched. You know what I mean? They confirm even if the fonts are not matching. The font must match, the color must also match. Everything, alignment must be top notch. Everything that is ought to be perfect must be perfect. Testers are coming to confirm all these things. You understand? That is exactly what testers are coming to verify in this Figma environment. Are we together? Moving on to when you start checking and validating this application, you start noticing, oh, some things are not working. Oh, some things are not how it's supposed to be. Oh, then you start to report the bugs. Now it is your job to not fix, but to report. Your job, my job, our job as a QA engineers are to report those defects we found. Now let's take a little bit of practice. Can everyone see my screen?
Yes, I can see a screen.
Now, on this screen, you have here how to find, this is how you can judge yourself. Here's how you can judge yourself. Now, anybody that can find up to 4 things that is wrong with this application is poor, will be marked poor. Anyone that can find 5 to 6 things wrong with this page will be marked average. If you can find more than 6 to 8, you are good. If you can find 9 to 10, you are excellent. Then if you can find 10 plus, you are a best tester. That's best test. Now, this is a picture of an application page, a registration page. Who can tell us the errors you can find on this page? Anybody? You can try. Hold on, please. Before you try, let me make the screen very okay. Okay, Eugenia, you're going first. Good. The screen will come up in a moment. Cool. All
Okay,
right.
first of all, starting from the heading
The
where
heading.
they have the blue line. So new realistic, that realistic there is not spelled correctly. And then that shade under it is different from the shade down the line.
Okay. 2.
Yeah, that's what I've noticed for now.
2. That's spot testing. I hope you know the average score. Who else can
No,
try?
no, for now. I said for now.
Okay, good. So we'll give you time to now get
And
the
then the
remaining.
register down there, the font is different. The spacing is
Oh,
different.
cool. Okay, that's 3. Who else can try?
Can I try?
Eugenia got 3. Okay, yes. Hello, you can go.
Okay, so yeah,
One.
the new registration, then
Okay,
the
1.
shade of the box,
The box. Which of the box,
then
please? This
the
one.
one on the new registration.
Okay, this one.
It
Okay,
has
yes.
two different shade. It has two different shade.
Yes, 2.
Then the name, it has two username. It's supposed to be just one.
Good. 3.
Then the boxes for the like the choose username ID, those white boxes,
Okay. They are
the
not uniform.
dimensions. Yes, exactly.
4.
The register.
Yeah, 5. Average.
Um, then um, hold on. The fonts.
Font. What happens to the font?
The font of Indian is different from the other fonts. The
Hmm.
country fonts.
Hmm.
Sorry, I
Cool.
noticed one more thing.
Okay. Are you
Then
done
The
alone?
name,
I'm still
that
trying to
the
search.
box for the name is not on
Okay.
auto layout.
Okay. This name, this box, right? This one here.
Yeah, where they have tester one, tester two,
Okay.
is not on auto layout. It's
Cool.
supposed to be on auto layout, so there will be space.
Then another one, the confirm password. The password is not supposed to show.
Cool. Yes. There is no hide and see icon. This eye icon here that
Yes,
can.
exactly.
Yeah. So only Eugenia and Elo got this. What about the rest? Where is
Hello,
Abiola? Where is Miriam? Eh?
hello. Okay, I noticed something
Yeah.
for this country. I think this country looks like drop down. Should not be. So I
It
think
looks
it
like
should
a
be like
drop down. But
yes,
actually,
that
that's
icon.
like the best approach now to have a drop down.
You're supposed to have drop down so that you can select
Yeah,
your
so you
country.
can scroll. Yeah.
Yeah, but it has a drop down, but you can't scroll back up.
Yeah, I
The thing is, it's just
see what
an
I
image
said.
at this point.
Okay.
I don't think this one is an issue. We have more bugs here. Oh. You guys
And
should
the
look at this.
verification number code is not clear.
Then
Yeah, it's
This
not
one
then
clear.
the
exactly.
enter the verification number, the box is supposed to be a number, not a letter, but a letter is written
Exactly.
there.
And
Exactly.
then the password, I don't think there's supposed to be enter password there.
Exactly. It's not supposed to be. This is
Even
supposed to
enter
be
user
inside.
ID is not
Inside.
supposed to be there as well.
Exactly. It's
Yeah,
supposed to
Yeah.
be inside of the box.
yes, yes. Then it should not be choose user ID also. Should be enter user ID.
Good. And we still have more. We still have more.
Then I think this register button should be at the bottom, not at the right.
Which one? You mean this one?
The register button.
This one here.
Yes.
It should be what, please?
It should
What
be at
I'm
the
saying is
bottom.
I think it should be at the bottom, not at the right hand side. And it's not
Well,
because
on this, it is a good thing you've cited where it should be, but based on this test, it is not a bug, right? So where it is right now is
Then
not. Uh,
the country box, the color is yellow. It's different from the color of the other ones, which are white.
okay, cool. All right, I think we are getting there. So none of us cited this email. This email part is saying enter verification. Will not be
Oh yeah,
completion.
I was looking at it, I was trying to process.
So this error message was even given without anything in the box. As you can see, the error message is already highlighted in red. Nice one, guys. Nice one. It now shows that you guys understand. Though this picture here looks simple, however, it is something you would come across. You would obviously come across when testing because there's a lot of errors you would find. Mistake on pictures, mistake on alignment, color layout, color disparity, text alignment. The text may not even be aligning. As you can see, the text may be, different, scattered, and a whole lot of things like you mentioned. Even this scratch code here is not visible. So what do they put? What's the verification code? It's not even visible. A whole lot of things. So guys, these are one of the beautiful things you can enjoy as a software tester. You are not fixing it. You are only what? Reporting it. You're catching it at the earliest stage so that it does not go to production, because when it goes to production, guess what? People will start using it. If anyone comes to this kind of an application now, tell me, how would they be able to navigate around it? No how now, because all these things are confusing. So this is a wonderful step for you as a software tester, a practical experience you just had now. Everything you've mentioned are correct. Most of you already start, after a while you start, seeing all those errors and you start to point them out, which is wonderful. Cool. Nice one, guys. Nice one. So how to get started in software testing career? It is very easy. How do you get started? Number one, based on my screen here, just have a diagram. This is a pie chart. You have a greater part, you have two colors here. The larger pie here is represent the green color, while the smaller pie here represent a yellow color. Guess what the green color is? Thinking about doing something. Many of us are like this. We are thinking, we will do this. We will do this month. We will do this thing next month, to procrastinate. The yellow part is the time it really takes to do it. Some of us, the time we really need to decide is just a decision, just a moment of decision. But guess what? A decision is a moment. Once you make your decision, you've made it. It is instant. But the time you spend in thinking may be greater, such that more years are passing by, more months are passing by. The same way you're able to see issues like this and reference all the issue at once. Imagine how vast your contribution will be when you start facing the real world experience. Imagine how vast it is. Text challenges you mentally. It improves your capacity to think outside the box. Think what will make users, even you, when you visit an application or your school portal, for instance, those things that annoy you, that you don't see fancy, how can this thing work? That is what you're coming to solve, you know. So this is very, very crucial. We need to be able to make you need to be able to make good decisions, be decisive, so we don't spend our time procrastinating. As we know, procrastinating is a killer of what? A killer of what? It's a killer of time. It kills time. Now, we have three basic levels. We have the entry, intermediate, and advanced. All these levels I'm going to explain. When you come into software testing, especially as a newbie, you're going to be starting with the foundation level. The foundation level is supposed to expose you to different branches and different understanding. You'll be learning the theoretical aspect, the methodologies, the everything concerning testing, the testing principles, and every you'll be learning your source control, which is your GitHub, GitLab, Bitbucket. You learn how to communicate and how to navigate using your shell command. You also learn how to use automation testing using Cypress. You learn a whole lot of things during your entry level. This is to prepare you. This is to make you agile. You'll be learning so many things in your entry level. When you enter into your API level, and the kind of testing you do here is called the functional testing. When you go or when you move into this intermediate level, this you learn how to test APIs, meaning you learn how to test the integration, the automation, the integration of interaction between applications, programming applications, from the front end to the back end. For instance, imagine you want to shop, right? You went to the Conga application. When you click on the button you're clicking is called functional buttons, functionalities. That type of testing is called entry level. You learn those ones in the entry level. When you are clicking functionalities, you can see. But when you try to make payments, they tell you to put your card details, and you put your card details, and immediately you got an alert. You never saw your money debit you in your presence. You never saw the money debit from your account and leave, but you just got an alert that something has been debited from your account, a transaction has taken place. But how do you know if that thing was debited successfully? This thing is what you will learn in your intermediate level using a tool called Postman. Postman is a very, very hands-on tool. It's a very, very wonderful and very, very advanced tool for testing APIs. This also will teach you hands-on experience and knowledge. You will gain vast knowledge in this our advanced level, where you'll be learning load and stress testing. Now imagine this application is functional, the APIs are working fine and good, but only 5 or 50 people can use this application at a given time. Is that a good experience for users? No, it is not, right? Imagine on WhatsApp call, when you want to make a WhatsApp call, only 50 people at a time can call. Meaning when the first 50 people are calling, no other person can call until the first 50 people are calling. That's because the applications was not thoroughly tested to be able to accept more people, right? To make calls. Okay. And imagine when you're trying to log into an application, it's slow. Some of us, we try to log into our mobile app, and the mobile app will just be running. Who has had that kind of experience before? Anybody?
I think everyone here has.
Yeah.
I think everyone, right? You try to log into an application will just be rolling. You'll be like, what's happening now? That's because you have so many people trying to log into the application at a given time, at the same time. But guess what? There is a tool to check how many people an application can be able to accommodate. We have tools to check that, and that kind of tool, we call it JMeter, for checking load and stress testing. So this is what you'll be learning here. You'll be able to learn how many people or how many users an application can carry at a time, and what is the capacity of this application. You'll be able to know this. And then you also move down to your project work. Project work, you'll be able to do testing, you'll be able to test applications on your own. You'll be able to test APIs. You'll be able to, you'll also be able to test load testing, and you'll be able to carry load testing and performance and stress testing on your own with little supervision at this stage. So the learning experience is 100% instructor-led class, mentorship program, peer learning, development series, which is very, very important. Many of us have the habit of learning online. It is good, trust me, it is okay. But the issue is, when you learn online and you are stuck, how do you help yourself? How do you navigate from that issue? Do you just quit? Do you feel discouraged? But what if you are in a cohort where you have people that are progressing, People that have taken this as a life course, and this is what they do, what they eat, what they wake up to every day, and you have something stuck with you, and you're able to meet somebody that can help you out instantly to navigate that hurdle, or to navigate that difficulty you face. Isn't that a wonderful thing? When you come into Qavdev, you meet people like minds here that's going to help you with your projects, with your learning experience, so you can learn even faster. And then you get this is a product for 12-week intensive training. That is why we say to you, whenever you want to learn or come into Qavdev, you must be able to dedicate this time, because it is very, very necessary that you dedicate a certain period of time. Now, the training is also scheduled such that you can work, school, and also come to training, because training starts every 8 p.m. in the night to 10. Just like you guys are here now. Some of us didn't know the time we joined. Some of us joined very early as 8 o'clock, right? But guess what? We are not even tired, because the course right now is actually interesting. Most of us find joy in learning this. So this is something they see to. This is something most of us are looking forward to. Oh yeah, I kind of like this. So I feel some of us can actually go at length. So 2 hours shouldn't be really a difficult thing. Training days are Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, as you can see. And there are benefits to this. When you join the software testing course here, you also have the opportunity to learn content writing for a week. You get an experienced content writing skill. Go to any applications. Most of those content you see are built by content writers. They give you blogs, articles, and they give you posts. And they also help you beautify those content you see, right? To make that application or software visual appealing. Okay? So you learn content writing as a bonus when you come in. You also get a 1 month internship. Isn't that wonderful? So you have introduction to Qavdev community. This is the community where you have free access to content training materials, mentorship guides, and a whole lot of things you would be enjoying when you join the training. Now there is this best quote I like, right? By John Maxwell. It says, a leader is one who knows the way, shows the way. A leader is one who knows the way, goes the way, and shows the way. You know the way, you are going there, and you are showing people. Change is inevitable, growth is optional. Doesn't this bother me? It bothers me. It bothers, it should bother everybody. Some of us, we grow. Some of us grow in size. We grow in height. We grow in different ways, but do we develop? When we come out of our house, we still have some brothers, right, that we used to know on the streets, that would obviously do things the same way for a very long time, for many years. We have those brothers like that in our street. We'll be calling them Egbon, Egbon. These people are just there. They keep doing the same thing. They don't grow. They are just there. They grow, but they don't develop. So that is why I say growth, change is inevitable. People will change in interest. Many years from now, for those of us that are not married, probably many years from now, we'll get married. For some of us, our income will change, our job will change, right? Most of the job we used to do 5 years ago wasn't what we are doing now. Our interests obviously will change. Our desires will change. What we used to desire for a wife, some years ago, I used to value shoes. I love shoes. I'm so obsessed with shoes. But guess what? For a whole year, I've not even gotten myself a shoe. Guess what? Change is inevitable. You must change. You must change in desire. You must change in orientation also. Your orientation will change. Things that interests you or impresses you wouldn't sound impressing anymore because of change. Then the growth is optional. Do you want to grow really? Or you just want the year to pass by, each year should just pass by, but there is nothing to show for it. But guys, this is an opportunity. But I'm trying these 7 steps to success. Success to me isn't when you make so much money. No. Success to me isn't when you buy that, the build houses up here and there. Success is achieving or fulfilling your desires. If you have something you are pursuing, for instance, you want to get a certificate, right? You want to be ISTQB certified, or you want to get your BSc, or you want to get your master's. For some of us, somebody said, he or she is, I remember he or she is doing a master, which is great. So if you have something you're eagerly chasing, you're able to pursue it. That is success. But these are the 7 steps to, to lead you to your pathway to success. Number one, make a commitment to grow. So most of us that have gotten to the level we've gotten to, you could testify that you were committed to that thing. This is not exaggerating. We were committed. We put in our best. We put in our might, our effort to that thing. Number two, we value the process more than the event. The process is more important to us. Imagine if you were saving for your exam. Maybe your exam was 200K and an iPhone opportunity came out for 200K. Would you rather use your money to get that iPhone? But let's be realistic now. Hello, would you rather use that money to get an iPhone if truly you have an exam for 200K?
Definitely not.
Exactly. You must be able to value that process. So if you're preparing your mind to learn, you must be committed to that thing. Many of us, when we start a training, 3 weeks, we are tired, we leave it, go to something else. But have you really thought about it? Finish what you start. Okay? You even start to make a commitment by I will do it, I will do it. But that I will do it only exists in your mind. It doesn't exist when when you put in effort to really do it. You must be able to value that process once again. Rather, more than an event, more than events. Don't wait for inspiration. Some of us are waiting for somebody to come and give us a motivational speech again. My name is John Chimeze. I can't give details to the year. Many years I used to work in the bank. I was very, very tired, man. I hate waking up in the morning to go to work. I hate it. I hate it so much. And I used to wake up like 4 to go to the bank. I hated that work. If I have the opportunity again, I'll reject it 1 million times. Bro, I hated that work. I never waited for inspiration. I resigned. But guess what? I resigned with nothing. I had no salary. I had nothing with me. I just resigned because I was so tired. Even me, I was feeling for myself that, bro, welcome to this world. Now you know what life is talking about. But guess what? When I started learning, it took me nothing less than 1 month. This is my own experience. Like I said, it's not compulsory you come to software testing. It is just my own experience, guys. It took me less than 1 month and I grabbed this aspect of training. Why? Because I was nothing meant to me than this training. I grabbed it, started working, I got promoted, I started doing things, started working on projects, I started working, and bro, yes, I started working, and that is history right from now. Some of us have different pace of learning. Some of us, you need like 2 months to catch one single topic. It is normal. Some need like 6 months to fully master something. Some even need 1 year. Some need 1 month. So depending on your pace, but you don't have to wait. If you see you're learning and it's not entering, call somebody to teach you. Sister or brother, do you know this? Please, could you explain this to me? Call them. Don't wait for an inspiration. Lastly, the next is be willing to sacrifice pleasure for opportunities. Most of us will want to learn only on training time, only on training day, but you cannot open your book or the video or the recording at your spare time. You must be able to allocate time for your training. Okay. If you don't have a class or you don't have anything doing on a particular day, just pick up something and keep reading and keep what reading. Improving yourself is the best investment you can give yourself. Self-development. You must develop yourself to the point that when people are coming for you, you are very valuable and relevant. They don't want to lose you because they know what you have. Dream big. Always aspire to be big. Plan your priorities and give up to go up. Give up to go up. So ladies and gentlemen, it's a very great pleasure to have you all on board. My name is John Chimeze. I'm on the link. There is a WhatsApp community group. I don't know if every of us is in the community group. How many of us is in the community group? Tech community. How many of us are there?
Yeah, I'm in the group.
Was there a group link in the mail?
Okay. Okay. Just check your mail. Check this chat box. There will be a link shared there, so you can join the tech community where you can also learn and get more ideas and of things. Hello, Richard. Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. Let me drop it now.
Okay, Richard, thank you. You could just assist in dropping the link. So you can drop the link for them to join and get experience and collaborate with other developers and testers and development team. Okay, thank you, Richard. Richard has dropped the link. Also, does anyone have any questions so far? You might probably join this class late or you joined with us and there's something in your mind you want to ask. Please do ask those questions now. Or there's something you're not clear about and you really would want somebody to put you through, please do ask those questions. It may not necessarily be on testing, it may probably be on any other skill that you probably have been finding it difficult to decide on. We have people here that will probably give advice to those inquiries. Anyone like that? And I hope that this training, with this little training, you'll be able to understand something. Please, if you feel you learned something today, let me know, or else I feel like I didn't do anything tonight, because my management will obviously review this video. I don't know. Did anyone learn anything tonight?
Yeah, yeah. I
Yes,
yeah,
I did.
definitely learned.
Thank you so much, guys. This is wonderful. This is nice. This is
Yes, we
wonderful.
did. Mm.
Sorry, what did you say?
I said, yes, we did. We learned something. I learned something personally.
Okay, personally. Thank you so much,
Please, I
Dada.
have a question.
Are you in the group, Dada? In the tech community group?
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay. Okay, cool. Yes, Eugenia, you can go on.
I mean, is this where it ends? So, after this training, what next?
Yes, so guys, after this training, when you are done with your testing, software testing training, you have an opportunity to work in a live company. Like you'll be outsourced, you'll be pushed out there to work with companies to have the live experience on the job, to work with projects. When you're doing your training, you'll be doing your training with, they'll be training you with different dummy applications, but you'll be given an opportunity to work with a company out there, to know how these things are, to know how these tools are, know how the world is out there. You understand? And then after then you could get a job. Any job you get from probably the company you're being outsourced to, when they like your skill and they like what you can do, they can retain you, and that's up to you. You can negotiate more, and you get a job, you hit it, and that's it. And also you have the benefit of also learning how to be very, very productive. Like you learn how to sit for interview, you will learn how to package your CVs, your cover letters. You'll be learning all those technical ways how they ask questions, in your interview, and we would teach you how you can answer these questions, because we have vast experience on interview questions and all. So it's a very wonderful ride. Does that answer your question, Eugenia? Hello?
Yeah, hello?
Okay. Yes, I just explained. Does that answer your question?
Yes, it did.
Okay, thank you.
Sorry, yeah, so more on the training. Like, so after this free training, do you guys offer like maybe like boot camp training or like an extensive training?
This is just an introduction to software testing. The main training is coming up on the 12th of February. That is where we have an extensive training on the 12th of February. Are you there?
So,
Oh,
you're
okay,
saying we're going to be
okay.
a part of it?
Well, if you want to be, it is very, very possible. But there is a cost fee for participating in trainings, and that entails the experts that will be coming on board to take you all, and also a lot of materials that will be invested for you guys, that will be made available for you guys. So yes, it is going for a cost fee. And once you make your payments on the cost fee, you get onboarded, and then your journey begins. The world of software testing,
All
preparing
right.
you guys for opportunities ahead.
It's all right, no problem. So the information will be posted on the WhatsApp group now, right?
Yes, sure. The informations will obviously subsequently be posted on the WhatsApp group.
All right then. All right. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Does anyone also
Hello?
have more questions?
Okay,
Yes.
I have a
Okay, now,
question as well.
okay, just hold on, guys. Let's take it one after the other. Okay, Dada, you can go on.
Okay, so as regards the payment, I think I saw it in one of the advert for the training earlier that it's 100,000. Am I
For the
correct?
entry level, right? Yes, it is.
Yes. Okay, but I is there is there
Make payments, payment on installment. Sometimes it's very difficult for us to retrieve payment from them, as they've given at the appropriate time they've given us. So it is very, so it we only give installment payments on the basis of understanding, meaning you should be able to keep to your word. So else we may not accept such. Do you understand? Because people have obviously joined in the past and
abuse
they were
the
not able
agreement?
to honor the, yes, they were not able to honor the agreement. So sometimes we are skeptical about giving that, but on the basis of understanding, yes, the company can adjust to that.
Okay. So I wanted to ask again, the training, is there no physical class? Like, do you have an office or is everything is online when the training
Everything,
commences?
everything is not online. Everything is not online. Most thing
Okay.
you'll be doing for your first 1 month will be more of theoretical aspects, spotting errors, getting to understand fundamentals. Do you understand? So at your
Okay.
very beginning stage, what you'll be working mostly on is the theoretical aspect. Then when we move into automations and coding, because automation will be coming um middle of let's say 1 month and few weeks. Are you with me? After one
Yes, I'm
month
with
and
you.
few weeks in automation, then we can now start physical training. Then the location will be advised, because some people are definitely joining us from, not everybody is in Lagos, if I'm correct. Not everybody are in Lagos, right?
Yes,
I'm
we
in
are.
Port Harcourt.
Okay, cool. Ejina, you're in Port Harcourt as we speak.
Yes, sir.
Oh wow. So that's, you see. So that is why we would make sure everybody is in so for those people that are in Lagos, who choose a very convenient area for you, so you don't have to travel very far, then you can meet in that convenient place, because coding is very, very some people need physical training for coding, most especially when it deals with programming. They've not done it before, they want physical classes. Then we can schedule a program for that. And for those that are not in Lagos, we would also join online. And guess what? For every training, there is a recorded section I've made available for you after your class. So after your class, you get onboarded to your LMS, your learning management system, where you gain access to recording of previous classes. So in that folder, you can always get all the recording saved there. All you just need to do is just to access it. That's all. I hope it makes sense.
Okay. Yes, I get you.
All right.
So all the registration too, how do we go about that? Is it online as well?
So for the
Is
registration,
it
once you're ready to
a
register, you
process?
just hit up any of our admin. They advise you
Okay.
with the details. Yes. Once they advise you the
Okay.
details, you make payments and share your receipt. Immediately, you'll be onboarded and you start getting your emails for onboarding process. We commence immediately. Then you join. We have a community on Slack where you join and also be added to the waiting group, like in your cohort now, cohort 7, you'll be added to your waiting group. You can also join other cohorts, right? The previous cohorts, just to see what they are doing in their own department, and get ahead. Because sometimes when you join, you may not understand what they are doing because they are advanced already, right? but you can just stay on your cohort. Then when the training begins, training kickstarts exactly on the 12th of next month, that's February. Yes, so when training kickstart, then you can now start pairing with your team. They pair you guys on in two. So you guys will be paired like two persons pair together. So you teach each other. That's your pairing stage. And from there you grow, and instead you guys will not be in a group when you get to automation. So you start doing project work. And after which you are done, you get your certificate of completion, and also you start your internship. Internship is a month. You understand?
Okay.
Regarding the internship, I just want to
Yeah.
ask, is it always like an office based or and
It
a work
depends.
from home?
It depends. It depends. We have different types. So it could, if the slots available at that point is office, that means you have to wait to get the 100% remote, meaning you don't have to go to any office, you have to work from home. Then also it depends, because the company that has at the office would also like to have interns for online interns, right? People that are like for the remote workers. Then if the company also accepts the online interns for the remote working, so you can also be listed among people for the remote work. You
All right.
understand?
Yeah.
Yes.
Thank
So
you.
that is you're welcome. So that is that for Dada. I don't know if I answered your question, Dada.
Yes, you've answered.
Okay, cool. I think Junaid wanted to say something. Junaid Olayinka.
Yeah, hold on, brother.
Yeah, good evening, Junaid.
Yeah, good evening. Please, I wanted to ask. You talked about something like WhatsApp group the other time, but then I don't know whether I don't know how to get to that WhatsApp group and whether more information will be shared regarding the training and how it goes from there.
Oh, okay. I think you weren't online. You weren't on here then, right?
Yeah, I joined 30 minutes late.
Okay, please, Richard, could you assist in sharing the link again so he can rejoin? Hello, Richard, are you there?
All right, I will share it now.
Okay, thank you so much. So please, Junai, check this comment box to to get the link so you can join the tech community. And once you join, more information will be shared to you guys. So just like everyone has been able to capture some things, there are lots of things that you guys also need to learn. Though you guys were able to, please, Unite, could you mute your mic?
Okay, let me. Yeah, thank you. I'll do that now.
Okay, thank you so much.
Suppose give my yellow card now. See that one
So,
order now.
all right, guys. So just like you guys were able to catch exactly what we were doing, meaning you have the ideas, right? You now later saw, oh, how testing is. It is not really hard. Trust me, it is not hard. But you have to be able to learn the complexities, meaning you must master the processes, intricacies, everything within this testing team. Now, to some of us that say, how much does testers earn? Somebody, somebody's mic is not on. Is that you, Junaid?
Automatically, suppose.
All right. So, yes. So even testers, some testers earn more than the developers. So everything has to boil down to your ability to learn. Learning, like I said, is very, very key. If you're able to learn and you're able to sit with everything you will learn, especially sitting in an interview, I will not be there. John will not be there. Neither will any of the instructor be there. So you guys are supposed or should be able to manage, with the little period you have to learn and upskill yourself. And most importantly, collaboration, networking is key. When you join the cohort, you should and you have the ability and the opportunity to collaborate with people. Make sure you create as many as possible friends so that you can easily get updates on job, most especially. Most of my best jobs wasn't because I submitted CV. Some of them were recommendations, and because I have friends already. So collaboration, that is why I'm saying collaboration is key. Once you collaborate with people, they will be able to share opportunity, and their opportunities. Imagine some persons doing more than one job because they are doing 100% remote and the other job is on site. The other one is hybrid. So guys, people are in need of people to work, but how well do you know this job? When they screen you in interview and they see you don't know this thing, they won't even go far. They will just cut the interview, and that's not how it's supposed to be done. So you need to be able to learn very well. Don't worry about the money. You will definitely get the job. All right, guys, I hope I've been able to explain so much to you guys. We hope to see you guys come 12th of February. 12th of February, then we can all start the course, and the cohort 7 will kick off immediately. Does anyone have any question just before we call it a day and stop the recording? Okay, in the absence of no further question, I want to wish you all a wonderful weekend and have a great night, everyone. Bye, guys.
Thank you so much. Bye.
Yeah, thank you so much. Bye.
Bye. Have a nice
Everybody.
night.
Good night, y'all.
Yeah.